Okay, so we're live. Um, so, anyways, good morning, everybody. I thought I'd start this challenge early in the morning because I know that this challenge is pretty damn hot. So, anyways, yeah, I want to shout out my boss for hooking it up so I can do this challenge. And um, yeah, hot chicken flavored ramen. So, wow. So, anyways, I got the pot of water boiling. And I'm going to do mine a little bit different. So what I intend to do is, um, so I'm going to, of course, soften the noodles by putting it in hot water. And once that's done, I'm going to mix the flavoring. I'm going to mix it in, but without the water. I'm not trying to make it juicy or anything. Okay. So what I intend to actually do with it is just pretty much have like all that spicy flavor pretty much stuck to the noodles themselves and eat it that way. After finishing, I will basically have like a 5-minute waiting period before I drink something just to kind of let that marinate and burn. So um, yeah, this is going to be kind of interesting, I guess. And the water is boiling, so we'll go ahead and open this up. Why is it greasy? Hold on. Get a knife. There we go. That is some fat noodles. Eat that. I just dropped some all over my computer. But yeah, get that in the boiling water. And then we have the flavoring. So that's going to be, I don't even know why I'm doing it this morning. This is crazy. I think I should have waited probably like till the afternoon. But I don't know. I figured I'd get it over and done with. So anyways, the reason I'm doing this is that I made 8,000 subscribers on YouTube. And, for the people that follow me, awesome. I really appreciate that. And yeah. So I thought I'd start off the morning by possibly killing myself in front of an audience. Anyway, I got my bowl ready. I do have a tall glass of water. Well, not glass, but a cup of water. But that's after the 5-minute waiting period. So I'm going to wait that out and then see what happens. And yeah. Anyways, so how's everyone doing this morning? Let me get the chat up so I can see if there's anything going on. What's good? How you guys doing? So anyways, while I'm waiting for the noodles to soften, my shipment for my Project 5 device has actually been shipped out, so I'm kind of stoked and happy about that. It should arrive by Thursday. At the end of Thursday is what FedEx says. So I will have some form of like an unboxing, first impression of, yeah. Oh, I mean, I put it on Twitter. So it's the Moto X4 Android One edition. So I'm pretty stoked about that. And yeah, I think these noodles are soft enough. Ramen noodles does not take a long time to soften up, especially when you get the water boiling hot. Okay. So, like I said, no water, no juice to. I feel like if you add the juice, it's going to dull it. And I think the only way you're really going to get like the absolute burn is just to kind of like dry eat it, I guess you could say, but not like when the noodles is dry. Holy crap. Wow. Okay, I'm slightly nervous. So this is the 2 times hot. So this is not like just the spicy noodle. This is 2 times hot. But again, shout out to my boss for giving me this. Maybe my boss does not want me to come back to work anymore. Who knows? Who knows, right? Ah, Fudakaki. Do you use an RDA when you vape? Yes, I do. I do use an RDA when I vape. This is crazy insane. Finally seeing you live stream. I've been live streaming for the last, I'm going to say the last 3 weeks, but it's not been like every day of the week. Been on Tuesdays. All right, everybody, how's that look? How does that look? For spicy noodles, right? This is what I'm talking about. So like with the water in there, I feel like it would dull it out. It would thin it out. So yeah, with that, that's pretty gnarly. Looks spicy. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I got a little bit of my thumb, so I'm about to try it. Oh yeah, just that little bit, and I'm already starting to feel the sting in the back of my throat. And maybe like life knew I was gonna do this because like right now here where I live, for some reason, a cold front came through, so it's pretty much really cold outside. So if I'm like in excruciating pain, which I doubt, I'll be taking you guys outside with me to enjoy the cool air. Now I'll put that habanero pepper into it. I don't have any habaneros with me. That was kind of like a late reaction, so now I can see exactly how long it takes for notifications to appear to those that are subscribed and have the notifications turned on. Anyways, let's get to this already because we're going to be dying here now. While I'm eating, how has your guys' week been? It is hot. I don't know if you guys can see it already. It's hit me. Lots of seizures. Are you okay? I don't even want this second bite. That's how bad it's burning. Well, I'm glad to know you're doing okay. Seizures is a very big thing. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm already starting to sweat. My eyes are already watering. Mm. And I'm getting the sniffles. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. That water's looking mighty friendly right now. Drink that sauce. Ooh, it's hot. Whew. I'm getting notifications left and right. Not really. Not that I've heard of. Oh my God. I'm getting a runny nose. That's not good. Milk would be better than water for the burn. Holy crap. You guys can hear it in my voice, right? It is really affecting me. Whew. It is hot. I don't know how people can continuously eat. Mm-mm. I am killing my palate for you guys. Well, I don't have it on my wrist. I don't like that. Thank you. Whew. Whew. It is spicy. But yeah, no good deals I've seen yet. I mean, there's a Facebook thing for 120 off. So all y'all out there who did this challenge, wow. Oh my God. My lips are numb. My cheeks are burning. And I got the sweats. Dad's doing a spicy noodle. My son woke up. I don't know, guys. This is crazy insane. I tap. That is too hot. Whoa. For anyone out there that does it, there's no easy challenge. If you guys see people doing it, I mean, I'll tell you guys right now, this is how much I have left. Maybe like 2 bites. But it is crazy insane. So, challenge, I failed. I literally failed. No, I never tried Wingstop's hottest wings before. I never tried it. Yeah, literally, guys, you guys see me. I tapped out. Brought back the, yeah, I mentioned that, the 120. Yeah, it's Facebook offer. My boss is gonna laugh because I'm like, I love spicy food. That's not spicy. I mean, that's literally kissing the devil's ass. I have Freedom Pop service. I still do. The family plan that's free. I still have that. Whew. And like eating the noodles is not the hard part. It's the afterburn. Because like right now, I'm drinking a lot of water. Huh? No, Dad was being stupid right now. They deactivated you? That's crazy. Let me end the Instagram, but the Periscope live broadcast. You need to drink milk and eat bread? Bro, I'm lactose intolerant, dude. I will die if I drink milk. This thing will go away probably in like half an hour. Maybe in half an hour. Let me take you guys with me. That was stupidly insane. All right. I am here. Yeah, eating bread, maybe. But not right now. Because I'm dying of heat. And I got to share this with my boss later on. Because she was wanting to see if I can complete it. And I failed. No way. And I'm half Thai, okay? We eat spicy food all the time. That right there. drink sodas. It might help. Maybe, but yeah, I'm not trying to overly expand my stomach now that I pretty much put like 3/4 of a bowl of like nuclear noodles into my body. Maybe I'll mutate. I can't even feel my lips, guys. It's numb. This challenge is no joke. Like I see a lot of people do it on YouTube and they actually do it. They eat everything. And I'm like, oh. Like, okay, maybe I can do it. But yeah, no, that right there, that's a challenge. So it's crazy insane. But I did it for you guys. And that's the first and last time. I'll never do that again. You want me to wear this? How many of you guys tried the spicy noodle challenge? Well, at least the 2 times hot. I haven't tried like the regular one, the regular hot one, the one that's in the black package. I tried that one. My boss's girlfriend has a YouTube channel. It's a really good vlog channel too, by the way. And I was watching it. It did the spicy noodle challenge, and I was like, oh, I want to try it. So yesterday, my boss brought it for me. It was like, here, if you want to try the spicy noodle challenge, go for it. But it was like really hot. And she was not kidding. Bless you.
I'll try this. I'll try this. Daddy, I'll try this.
If you're joining in now, you guys missed it. I tried the spicy noodle challenge, and I say I tried because I did not complete it. I had like 1/4 left. And yeah. So let me describe to people, because I see like people do the spicy noodle challenge and they say how hot it is. They complete it. They drink milk, they drink water, and they're done. Let me tell you guys what I felt. One, the heat, it was hard to breathe. I can't do that. I might buy one on Amazon. Yeah. It's like the first bite, it hits you right then and there. And the heat almost feels like it's like right there at the top of your neck. So as you're chewing the noodles, you try to swallow, it almost makes you feel like that your airway is constricted. So that was after 1 bite in. After the second bite in, I started to get the sweats. My eyes like watered up real quick. So I was like partially blind for a second, trying to play it off like I can see like the viewfinder on my Chromebook and my phone, because I was simulcasting to Periscope. And that's why I wiped my eyes, because there's a lot of tears. And then my nose started to run. So I was getting napkins. Because, you know, that's gross. Yeah, Dad did something very dumb. Mm-hmm. But then I want to say the third bite in, I was starting to get the shakes. I don't know if you guys ever like ate like extremely hot food to the point where like your body starts to like kind of like feel like it's shaking. Well, you're not like really trembling, but it feels like you're shaking. So I was already starting to experience that in third bite in. And on the fourth bite, I don't know if you guys heard my voice, it was starting to crack a little. I mean, if you want to try it, go for it. I don't recommend it. And then, like, I don't know how people, like, eat it when they record it, because there's a lot of jump edits on some of them. I don't know if they eat and talk, or if they just eat, and eat until they're done. Maybe I should have ate it faster, and then I would have completed it. I don't know. But I was eating, reading posts, and then talking. So it was like I took bites, and then I let the spicy sauce kind of just sit, you know, instead of like continuously eating more. Like maybe if I just like ate it really quick, then I could have finished it and then got impacted by the heat afterwards. Because it's starting to calm down now. So my lips are still numb. My tongue has mellowed.
What is this?
So my tongue's not really burning anymore. It's just my lips. And then my cheeks. Some of those people do the challenge of spicy noodles, but never live stream like you did. Oh, okay. But I mean, you know, they completed it. You know, I wanted to do a live stream. I mean, one, you know, today's the day that I schedule a live stream. Two, you know, you guys got me to 8,000 subscribers, so that's pretty dope. And I really appreciate that. And three, like you just said, you know, I hardly see anyone really live stream it. So I wanted you guys to see like a live person do it, whether I succeeded or failed. In this case, this goes into fail. But you guys got to see it go down live. So I cooked the noodles, I mixed it. And then also there's different types. Like I said, like I wanted to do it this way because I felt like the water would, like if you add the water to make it like, you know, soup, it would dull like the, I guess you would say like, well, I don't want to undermine people who's done it, but I just feel like this way was more challenging for me. Let me just put it that way. Because the sauce was stuck to the noodles. So the noodles was really like bright red. I felt if I made the soup base with it, like eating the noodles really wouldn't have been the challenge, but drinking the dashi would have been. Hey, go get daddy's other one in the room. In the room by the fish tank. Yeah. So I did it this way, which, you know, I call it dry because the dashi's not in there. So in the room next to the fish tank, the bottle like this, right? So yeah, I'm healing now. I'm feeling a little bit better. I still got the sweats going. I'm not gonna go outside because I'll probably catch a cold really bad. Yeah. So. This is like phase one. Phase two later on, my stomach's tore up. But anyways, guys, so basically what I did the other day was I went on Project 5. I just wanted to see. Maybe I could have gotten the Pixel 2. I was going for the Moto X4 because it is the cheaper of all of them. But no. But I went on Project 5. And I was like, okay, now I'm gonna check out and see like how much the phones was because there's deals going on for the Moto X4, the Android One version. And so I went on there and I started setting up for Project 5 just to kind of see what I would have to pay. And I only paid $21.41, which is the taxes. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. And thanks for coming in, Max. Don't get me wrong. It's delicious, okay? Like, I've been talking about how the noodles burned my mouth and was like, you know, epic fail. I didn't finish them. But the flavor, like, it does taste really good. So it's like, it's a love-hate type of thing. It's like, you really like the flavor. You like the taste. But the heat just really gets to you. But anyways, so yeah, I was on Project 5's website setting up, you know, for service, picking out the device, and I was like, okay, there's an option on Project Fi, which runs your credit. So you know, it's going to check your credit. Obviously, it's going to impact your credit report. And if your credit is good enough on their standards, then you could basically buy the phone in installments over 24 months. So I'm like, okay, let me try it out. So I chose the Moto X4 because in case it actually accepted, you know, or didn't accept it, then if I decided to process my order, I wasn't going to spend, you know, $700-800. So I chose the Moto X4. I chose 24-month installments, and I chose a really cheap plan. So basically, my rate plan for Project Fi is $30. It's only 1 gig of data, and then with the monthly installments for the Moto X4 is $10.83. So my bill every month is $40.83. So it actually cleared. It cleared, and then it basically just only had me pay for the taxes, and it's being shipped out right now. Once I get it here and I activate it, it'll charge me the $30 for the service plan. So I'm going to be trying it out, and I'm really excited too because I know that Project Fi uses basically T-Mobile. It uses Sprint and US Cellular. So I'm real interested in seeing like how this works. Like, how does it seamlessly switch? Because at the same time too, once you activate the SIM card, you can put the SIM card in unlocked devices. However, if you put it in unlocked devices, it's only going to utilize the T-Mobile network. But if you put it in, you know, a Pixel device or in an Android, well, the Moto X4, obviously, because that's the only non-Nexus or Pixel device that you could put the SIM card in and that utilizes all the networks, it will. So I'm going to try it out. And obviously, you know, I have my Honor 8. I have my Nextbit Robin. So if I want to use those phones, I can put the SIM card in there. It'll utilize T-Mobile's network, so it'll be just fine. You know, I am going to do an unboxing. I know Grant did an unboxing of the Moto X4 on his channel. The version that I got is the black version. I didn't get the blue one. And also the same reason why I decided the Moto X4 too is because I have the E4 Plus, and with the Moto E4 Plus, you know, it's just things will pair up because the Moto E4 will remain as my daily driver, and the Moto X4, that phone is going to be just like my secondary driver. So I'm gonna carry both phones with me. And in all actuality, my Project Fi device, the number I'm going to give to you guys, so you guys can text me. You guys can, if you guys want to ever call on the live broadcast, you guys can. So, yeah. So, have you guys seen that Verizon is lowering their plans and actually restructuring their prepaids, which is quite interesting to see Verizon do. Normally, Verizon, I mean, yeah, you know, everyone will say it. Verizon is pretty costly. I'm not gonna say expensive because Sprint will, and I will confirm that Sprint will raise their prices in 2019. So in 2019, you can expect Sprint's prices to go up. Plans going up to $70 or $80. But the reason for that is because of their plan to launch 5G. Now, for what I know is that at the end of this year, VoLTE will be fully rolled out on Sprint. So their Calling Plus beta is what they call it, where only certain devices have this feature and are able to do it. It's being tested, which I know Sprint's late to the game for that. But as the end of this year, it will be fully rolled out on Sprint. No, because Freedom Pop is completely separate from Sprint. They are not. They use Sprint's network and they use AT&T's network. So it depends if you're on GSM side or CDMA side. But for the Sprint side, it has no ties to Sprint other than they lease a portion of Sprint's network to use. Okay, so it's been like what? It's been like maybe like 12 or 13 minutes since I stopped eating. So all of the sting and the pain is gone at this point. Just wanted to let you guys know that. So I've recovered with only a quarter left. Like I'll show you guys right now for those who just came in, like how much I have left. Hang on. Okay, that's how much I have left right there. That is probably one bite right there, and that's like 2 bites. I gotta put this away. I don't want my son to touch it. As my son, he will eat it. But yeah, Freedom Pass prices are not going to go up. Boost Mobile, however, interesting enough, Boost Mobile will probably still stick to the $50 unlimited. And I think when Boost Mobile gets 5G capable devices, then they'll have like a separate plan that houses 5G. And then you can, I think it's going to be like probably more, maybe like the same too, like 70, $80. So, but yeah, when 5G rolls out, you can expect it for, for every carrier to raise their prices. I mean, we haven't had a real network changeover like that in a long time. So it's been years that we've been using 4G and the phases that 4G has gone through. So we had 4G, then we had LTE. So I mean, it's evolved over time. Now we're right on the threshold, and we're about to jump into 5G. Now, from what I've seen, basically Sprint is going to be the first to roll it out, and they're rolling it out for their mobile phone side. Verizon is going to be rolling theirs out too, but from what I read, they're going to be rolling it out for their mobile broadband first, which I'm confused as to why they're doing that. And then it will in 2020 they should have it rolled out for their mobile devices as well. And then T-Mobile's following in footstep too. In 2020, they're looking to launch their 5G. Let's see. Just wanted to know, is there any good Android TV box that is good with TV tuner usage? I'm not sure. What I use, and I still have it, and it's the only Nexus device I've ever really had, is my Nexus player. And it still runs strong, even though they don't make them anymore. It's 5G, be like WiMAX, very limited areas with Sprint and Boost. I mean, when it first rolls out, it's going to be very limited. The same thing like when 4G rolled out, it was in limited markets before they actually did like a full rollout nationwide. So, I mean, the same things you can expect in the days when we were evolving from 3G to 4G, you can expect the same things. Now, hopefully Sprint has learned from their past mistake of choosing WiMAX than LTE, and maybe they'll go with what, seems the more plausible that other providers are going to go. Because, I mean, that literally knocked Sprint for a loop so bad that they're still playing catch up. I mean, you have Verizon that has VoLTE. You have T-Mobile and AT&T that's doing well on AT&T. You have Sprint that's still trying to iron out the kinks with their LTE network. And they're just now beta testing voice over LTE. And they're going to have that rolled out completely at the end of this year, which we're already on the dawn of 5G, and this feature has been around for a lot of consumers. I mean, at the end of the day, I really don't grasp like the exact need to be able to talk on the phone and be on the internet. I mean, I know there's going to be some things that require that. Like, if you needed to check something on Google real quick while you're on a phone call, then yeah, most definitely. But to be on a phone call and be on Facebook at the same time, I mean, that's not really super important. That's just more of like a personal need. Do you think that Boost Mobile and other Sprint prepaid companies under the Sprint umbrella will receive VoLTE? Yes, I do believe so. When Sprint rolls out voice over LTE on a huge scale, yeah, I do. I do feel like they will. I do. I wouldn't see why not. Um, because if you kind of look at what Sprint has done strategically, even though they do like if you're a Sprint customer on Sprint postpaid, and then you decide to go to Boost Mobile, it is considered like a port out and a churn. However, it's more of an internal one, so they're not really losing a customer because the customer is just changing from their postpaid to their prepaid, and this is the reason why Boost Mobile no longer charges taxes on their plans. And I'm just going to reverse that back. They charge taxes on their plan. It's just taxes and fees are included in the $50. And they did that because they would rather lose a customer to one of their prepaid companies that's still going to be providing money into the company versus losing a customer to a competitor. Do Sprint limit the towers available usage to its Boost Mobile customers like Verizon does to those using their towers on Straight Talk? I would say yes, and I would say that every carrier does that. So you may see some faster speeds with Sprint postpaid versus using a Boost Mobile device or a Virgin Mobile. And it just kind of makes sense though. I mean, think about it from a business standpoint. When you have prepaid, you're going to allow them to have access to minor things that your postpaid customers have access to. They're going to look out for their postpaid customers no matter what, and that's because that's where the real money is coming in from. So you have a customer on Sprint postpaid who leases a phone, so makes monthly payments on a lease. And so let's go with the iPhone 10 on this one, because on Sprint, it's like $41 a month for the iPhone 10. So they're paying $41 for the iPhone 10. They're paying $65 for the unlimited freedom. That's already $100+ for one line. So they're making more money off of that. And then, because it's an iPhone 10, they're gonna want you to have insurance through Asurion. So with their TEP that's designed for the iPhone 10 only is $17 compared to the TEP Plus for other devices on Sprint is $13. The reason why that the iPhone 10s is $17 is because the parts are harder to replace, fix, and you guys get the whole 9 yards. Plus, they make more money off of it, to be honest. So you're already looking at maybe like 130, and then with taxes and surcharges, yeah, about $140 a month for one line. Boost Mobile, they pay $50. It's a real big difference. So, yeah, they're not going to allow prepaid customers to have like the full access, full capabilities of Sprint's network as their postpaid customers. So when it comes down to like the network being congested, they're going to prioritize postpaid customers to have more of a connection in, which is why during congestion, when they're going to do deprioritization, prepaid customers are hit first. I mean, it doesn't seem that way because, postpaid Sprint customers and prepaid Boost Mobile and Virgin Mobile customers are not sitting in the same place at the exact same time comparing notes of whose speeds is throttled down during time of congestion. But to be honest with you guys, when they do this, the deprioritization, prepaid is impacted first. They are the front line, so they are first to get slowed down. If they use more than 23 gigabytes of data, they will get slowed down. Then it starts to impact postpaid. Do you think all smartphones with LTE, for example, including the Samsung Galaxy J7 and the LG Stylo 2 and the Samsung Galaxy S4, under Sprint prepaid company umbrellas will receive? I don't think they will. literally this came in the form of a software update for like the Stylo 3, the J7 perks, and I want to say the Galaxy S8 had an update to get that, and then the Galaxy Note 8. But if you think about it, those are all devices with newer internal hardware that obviously built by the companies can support that. Because at the end of the day, what's the goal mind of how how the mobile network is working is that they are looking to basically retire GSM and CDMA. So the lines that blurred both, that separated both sides are going to get blurred. It's just going to that point. Thank you for answering your questions. You appreciate it? Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming in and watching, because I just like literally ate nuclear food this morning. That's probably got to be like the worst breakfast ever. Like, that's the reason why that was like the first thing I wanted to do. It's not only live stream eating that ridiculous concoction, but also to have it as my first meal of the day. So, yeah. Drink water before you guys do it, because waking up in the morning, getting ready, stretch, brush your teeth, come out here, boil some noodles, put some ridiculous sauce on it, and eating it like that. No. So, and I set myself with high expectations too, because my goal on that one was not only to try and finish it, but after I took the last bite, before I take a sip of anything, to wait a 5-minute just like burn session, just let everything burn for 5 minutes and then try to extinguish it. And yeah, as you guys saw, I showed you guys, I didn't even finish it. So, but yeah, I mean, there's, today, I want to say this, and I'm not trying to be mean. Maybe somebody might be offended by it. Maybe somebody won't be. I'm sorry to say it, but I mean, you guys know what I do for a living. You guys know where what I deal with on a day-to-day. And I honestly can say that people have gone to a point where they feel like they deserve something for nothing. I mean, I don't want to get myself into any trouble, so I'm not going to give like some like real, like a bunch of examples. But my coworkers and whatnot, I mean, they could attest to it. People really want something for nothing. I mean, people really want contracts to be obliterated just because they want it to be. Nobody wants to honor an agreement anymore. And it's gone to a point now where it's like, what's really happening? Like, I honestly think that they should do away with leases and installments. I really do. I really think they should bring back subsidized prices on phones and 2-year agreements, like 2-year contracts, because those are very simple to explain. Simple. You sign a contract, you promise 2 years to a company, you bought a phone at a cheap price. The company took the loss of the price of the phone. And if you were upset and you wanted to leave, you paid an early termination fee. Everyone has got that in their head, because that was the old formula that's been used for so long. Now trying to explain leases, trying to explain installments, people just look at it like, oh, okay, like my phone's broken, so I don't have to pay for it no more. Like, no, you have to pay for it. You have to. Whether the phone broke down because of time, because of a defect, or because you broke it. I like to use an analogy when I explain it to people about that, when they're like, I shouldn't have to pay for the phone because the phone doesn't work and yada, yada, yada. And I always tell them, it's just like when you buy a car off the dealership, whether the car breaks down because, the motor gave out, or you crashed the car, you can't just go back to the dealership and say, okay, I know I got a $30,000 car from you, but it's broken now. I can't drive it, so I'm not paying for it anymore. Like, no, you're going to have to pay that car off. And that's the same thing how it is with leasing a phone. You know, it's just people today just don't want to honor, their agreements. And it's just crazy how, because Sprint is so dead last, they're fourth place. People would try to use that to their advantage to try to get everything their way. And it's always the same thing too. It's like, I'll take my business to T-Mobile. And me, and maybe it's just the way that I think, but I'm just more of like, if you want to take your business to T-Mobile, go. Or if you want to take your business to Verizon, go ahead. I don't try to cave into all the demands. There are certain things that I judge an account by, and then I will let that be the basis of my decision. Lots of phones get mad. Lots of people get mad if they just got a new phone and now try to return after they broke it. Still get mad. Required to fix. Yeah. See, the thing is that every company has a satisfaction guarantee. So if you don't like a certain company, you have that time to just get out of everything. And one thing that I will say as an advice to people, if you're going to try out a company, like say if you've been on AT&T for like 20 years and you're going to try Sprint because Sprint has cheaper plans than AT&T, don't port your numbers over. In that 14-day satisfaction guarantee limit you have, don't port your number over just yet. Use Sprint's network or use Verizon's network or whoever's network you're going to use. Use it in that 14-day period with the number that's provided by them. And I'll tell you why. This is what happens a lot. So person says, oh, they look at Sprint. Sprint's got a promotional deal running right now. 5 lines for $100. Oh yeah, they'll save money by doing that. So they pay off all their devices at AT&T, and they take their iPhones and they go to Sprint. Now, in that 14-day satisfaction guarantee, you have 14 days to say if it sucks, the network is not compatible for you, you can go back to AT&T, close your Sprint account, all debts be forgiven. The reason why there's so much problems and it's being so hectic is that people will port their numbers on the very first day that they go to Sprint. That's a big no-no. The reason why is because if you want to cancel, say you port all your numbers over on day one, if you want to cancel under satisfaction guarantee and have all that stuff waived, we close out the account. We close out any agreements under satisfaction guarantee, and it's a cancel. That's all that's forgiven. So it's not a port out. You cannot port out on a satisfaction guarantee. If you port out, you will owe what you've used so far as your final bill. So it's a cancel. And this is why I can tell, I know it's too late to tell Sprint customers this who are leaving that are under that clause, because they've already ported the numbers over. So I'm putting it out there for everybody. If you're going to try any carrier's network and you're going to see how it works for you, and you already have numbers with a different provider, don't port those in until you're for sure that you're going to stay with the company. So at that 14-day mark, if you're on Sprint and you're like, Sprint works good for you, you're going to keep the service, you're going to continue on the promotional plan or whatever you got, then you can port your numbers over, and they will take over the numbers that carrier that you went to had given you. You can still port your number over that. So wait to the 14th day. If you're for sure going to stay, then port your numbers over. If you're not going to stay, then you can cancel that under satisfaction guarantee without having to struggle and argue about wanting to take your number back out to a different provider. Every company has flaws. Yes, they do. So if you had to choose between Sprint lease program and Boost Mobile's Boost Up program, which one would you choose to finance a new phone? I would choose the Boost Up, because the Boost Up is not a lease. The Boost Up is installments. So at the end of the day, you're gonna own that phone. With the Flex agreement, which is what Sprint really offers right now, they don't offer leases no more. It's a Flex agreement. It is a lease. It's an 18-month lease. At the end of 18 months, you have the option to buy the phone. So nothing's really changed. The only thing that's changed with Sprint's old leasing program and Sprint's new Flex agreement leasing program is the end result. So on the old leasing program, if you didn't buy out the phone and if you didn't upgrade, you were charged a month-to-month fee for holding on to the phone. And that month-to-month fee did not go towards paying off the phone. It never does. So you could like say like you got an iPhone 8 and you completed the 18-month term, and then it says on your lease agreement that your month-to-month payments would be $20. So after that 18 months, going forward, you'll be paying $20 a month for holding on to that phone. You can hold it on for another year, you know, and have, you know, paid almost $2,000, and that doesn't go towards the purchase amount of the phone or the fair market value of the phone, which say the fair market value at that time of the 18 month is like, you know, $160. Your $1,000 that you've paid in a month to month does not cover that. What happened month-to-month plan if phone got stolen? What's going to happen then? Your best option is to pay off the phone and close out the lease, because if you don't have a phone to give back and if you don't have insurance to get a replacement device, you're going to have to pay off the phone. Otherwise, you're just going to keep charging you that month-to-month charge. Hey, Tana, what's up, man? Now, on the flex agreement, after the 18 months, well, let me just kind of take a step back. So it's an 18-month term on the flex agreement. On the 16th month, you get notified 3 ways by Sprint: 1 by text message, 1 by email, and on your bill. Page 2 of your bill has all the information that's going on with your account and with things that's going on with Sprint, like promotions and sales and things like that, which nobody reads. But on the 16th month, you get notified. And you got 3 options, really. It was actually more like 2. So you can either upgrade a device, get another device, a new device, and give that one back. Or you can buy out the device. Now, purchasing out the device to own it has 2 ways of doing it. 1, you pay the fair market value upfront right there at the end of the 18 months to own the phone. If you can't afford to do that, no worries. They will extend the payments for 6 more months. Now, what they're doing is they're taking the fair market value, they're breaking it over 6-month payments, and you're under an installment there, where when you pay that last payment, you own the phone. The reason why Sprint did that was because there was so much confusion between leasing, installment billings, people thinking that they were leasing a phone when they were under installments. People thought that they were under installments and they were put on the lease. And of course, the month-to-month charge got a lot of people upset. I mean, escalations beyond escalations, and sometimes even resolving it would be, you know, giving them half the price of what the fair market value is on situations like what you just mentioned about, you know, what happened to, you know, what happened month to month if the phone got stolen. I mean, you know, they'll try to help out. Maybe it won't be covering the full price of the phone, which a lot of people think they should. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be half the price of the phone. Maybe it will be 1/4 of the price of the phone. But let me tell you guys right now, when it comes to devices, I don't know how Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile will do it, but I know that Sprint cannot credit towards any payment for a device. They can credit your bill, so like your service bill, like maybe they can credit back for the insurance you pay per month on it, or they can credit back partial of your service fees, but they can never apply credits towards a device. I mean, we have our little quirks and secrets and how we get that done, which is not actually really crediting the amount of the device or any charge for the device. It's actually crediting the amount of your bill, so that your charge for your device, when it accelerates to your bill, pretty much keeps your bill at what you currently owed. I mean, we do stuff like that, but it's not actually crediting to the device. There's no way we could ever do that. So, I mean, with that, you know, just I'm like giving you guys inner secrets about Sprint already. What the heck? But I mean, at the end of the day, guys, you know, really, to be honest with you guys, I think leasing is just total bullshit to me. If you're going to get a phone, if it's really expensive and you can't afford to buy it out up front, then do yourself a favor and do it under installments where you're taking the price of the phone and breaking it over 2-year payments, and at the end of the 2 years, you own it. Because under the installments, you don't have to continuously keep going on it. Say, you put it under a 24-month installment and you've paid for say you paid 8 months, and then you're getting your tax return and you're like, okay, I'm going to pay off the rest. You could do that. You can call in to Sprint and say, hey, I have, such and such device. It's under installments. I want to pay it off to own it already. Boom, pay it off, own it, lower your bill. Why people hate Sprint and Boost Mobile or complain so much? They are good providers such as Freedom Pop. People hate Sprint. I'm going to be honest with you guys, okay? It has very little to do with their network, and it has very little to do with catching up to what other providers have right now. I mean, that's most people's argument point, because you can't really argue that point if you're in a battle of debates. You guys can sit on Facebook and go back and forth on it. And if someone mentions, yeah, Sprint sucks because their network is crappy, I get slow speeds. With T-Mobile, I get 80 megabits per second. With Sprint, I get 40. Okay, those are numbers. And again, I like to go by the saying that numbers really don't mean shit. Because 80 megabits per second, 40 megabits per second, on paper, 80 is bigger than 40. On real world usage, you stream YouTube on a Sprint phone, streams just fine. And that's at 40 megabits per second. You stream YouTube on a T-Mobile phone, streams just fine. That one has 80 megabits per second. You really won't see it in real world usage if they're both doing exactly what you want them to do, which is stream a video on YouTube. Now, the reason why people hate Sprint so much, and they hate anything that's connected with Sprint, such as Boost Mobile, Virginmobile, is customer service. That is the major one. Customer service. And I guess people kind of forget, and today, humans are employed by this company. So it's not like Sprint is looking to hire people who connive, lie, and I guess the key word here is finesse. They're not Sprint doesn't have a on-site hiring interview process, and they don't ever ask you, are you good at finessing people and conniving them to stay? No. I'll be honest. There's times, because I get irritated. I get super irritated when I see situations with customers, Sprint customers, that they were bamboozled into something, just so sales can make a sale and get their commission on it. I put out a video a couple of months ago talking about, free tablets with Sprint aren't free. It's and the reason why I say that is because it's never disclosed. I don't know if it's fear, maybe, reps are afraid to be fully honest because they think that a customer is going to yell at them and scream at them. But the free tablet situation, it's not free. They'll always tell you, yeah, you can get a free tablet. It's free to walk out the store with it. You're not going to pay anything that day. It's either A, it's put on installments and you're paying those installments monthly on your bill, or B, it's under installments, but there's a promotion that if you have the unlimited tablet plan, then there's a monthly reoccurring credit that credits the amount of what you're paying for the tablet, making it free. But if you were to say, I don't want the tablet anymore, cancel it, and yada, 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 then the remainder balance of the installments gets accelerated to your bill. You have to pay that up front. Installments, you got to pay up front before you cancel. Leases, you can have that accelerated to your bill. But, that's what it really is. It's customer service. Customer service, and it's not only Sprint. I'll tell you guys that. It's not only Sprint. Because I have people that, I've talked to that jump ship from T-Mobile to Sprint that's told me that T-Mobile's customer service is crappy, or that Verizon's customer service is crappy, or AT&T. Every company has their good customer service reps and has their bad customer service reps. And it's the luck of the draw of who you get when you call in. You don't have a direct way of getting a good rep. You just got to go on the win. But I tell people, as frustrating as it can be and as annoying as it can be, when you call in. If you feel like you're not getting the best service from the rep that you're speaking to over the phone, just hang up on them. Hang up and call back in. Maybe you will get somebody else that actually cares about their job or cares about your needs. Because there are people who legitimately care about you. You know, they say it over the phone. You may feel like it's some sort of script that they have to keep telling you all the time, but there are people who generally give a crap about your circumstance. And when they say they're going to go and do what they do, when you get all these weird, quirky things that, you know, you're like, they went above and beyond for me, it's because they really did. They went and they found, you know, areas of Sprint's policy to bend to help you. So that's really what it is. And then also that Sprint's name is tainted so bad from the days of double billing and triple billing. It is bad. And then on top of that, their finance department just does not care what your problem is. Pay your bill or you get cut off. That's the way that they act. People calling customer service, they get mad or start yelling at them. If people do that, they will not get good news. Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's also, I mean, it's a two-sided thing. So yes, you do have customer service reps who don't give a crap. They don't give a shit. They're there to make a 9 to 5 paycheck and get out and support the families. You know. Then also too, what sets the tone for it being a bad, experience is if you're calling in and you're yelling. It depends on the person. Because like with me, I had people call in, I had people cuss me out, I had people, believe it or not, I had people literally tell me over the phone that they hope that my kids burned in hell. Like they were already just going personal with me. I never let those things really get to me. So I'm not one to just get upset and then start throwing attitude back towards the customer. Why I don't do that is because one, it serves no purpose and it gets nowhere. And two, I know deep down inside that person who's pissed off, who's cussing me out, who's cussing my kids out, who cursed my dog, I know that literally their main focal point is they're angry at Sprint. And when you're in customer service and you're a customer service rep, or if you work in the retention department, you are Sprint on that phone call. Just like if in T-Mobile's retention department, all their retention agents, they're T-Mobile. At the end of the day, they're not Adam, Jesse, Sally, Maria. They're not. That's not who they are. They are the company that they work for. So you're going to bear the brunt of everything, especially if you work in retention. You work in retention, shit rolls downhill. You are at the bottom of that downhill. So everything that every other person has done to piss this customer off, when you get them, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. And it literally is like that. So I don't take things personally when it's like phone conversations. I just know that, shit rolls downhill. So it's two-sided thing too. But yes, there is customer service that's really bad. Yes, there are agents who, and I'm not sure why they would be afraid, because a customer can't put their fist through a phone and punch you in the face. But sometimes, be honest, sometimes, people be hitting that hang up button. They shouldn't be, because that's grounds for termination, but some people do that. And it's really, it is what it is. I mean, and it's life. We're all humans. This ain't the 90s anymore. I think people's values have kind of dropped. No disrespect to anyone out there, but it kind of has. Thought processes and the way that people look at life and the way they think about things in life is completely different nowadays. In the 90s, there was a little bit more restrictions, a little bit more stricter. Kids under the age of 18 didn't cuss like sailors. It was starting to break in at that time. But still, I mean, kids did it around their friends, right? Like, you were under the age of 18, you and your friends would hang out at the park. It was F this and MF and that and, the A word, the S word, right? They were all like this, like a bunch of sailors. Parents come around and those words never came out their mouth. Nowadays, you see a kid talk to his mom and tell his mom to shut up and F you and all this other stuff. And I look at the kids today and I'm like, I want to backhand them. Like, don't ever tell your mom F you. That's your mother. That's one person in your life that you should never disrespect is your mom. Because you got to remember, your mother basically tortured her body, sacrificed her youth and everything else to bring you into this world. The only time I excuse that is if the woman was a poor excuse of a mother. Like if she had kids under the wrong circumstances and didn't care if they walked out in the street, she was only about herself. She never took care of the kids, never fed the child, never changed a diaper. Then yeah. But I mean, for mothers out there who are moms to their kids, no kid, no matter what, whether he thinks he's hard, whether he thinks, he's tough or he's the man of the house or whatever the situation may be, nobody should ever disrespect their mom who literally lives up to the title of being a mother. That's just me. So again, the way that things are in society, the way that people think in society, the way that technology impacts a human in society does breed up reasons for why, they don't understand what's the deal. They don't understand what's going on. They don't understand how to approach things or how to deal with things. And because of that very reason, there becomes that barrier. And when it comes to business will never change. Business will never alter. The way that business is will always be. It was like that way back in the day. You had businesses that were very shady. They're all about money. Fast forward now, 2018, has anything changed? No. They could be shady, and they're still about their money. I tell that to anyone out there. Like, I've had people debate with me why I should have just went to T-Mobile. T-Mobile has this, and T-Mobile has that. T-Mobile gives you this. T-Mobile Tuesday, they care about you. They're looking out for you. No, they're not looking out for you. They're looking out for their back pocket. The easiest way to get a herd to not rise up against is to make them feel like they're getting everything that they should and more. And when you do that, then what's there for them to look at? Do you think they're really going to pay attention to how much T-Mobile's lining their pockets with money? No, they can get away with little things here and there, like the Netflix thing. If you want free Netflix, you got to add 2 lines. So if I'm a single person with nobody else to bring a phone line onto, and I go to T-Mobile, I can't take advantage of the Netflix. Got to have 2 lines. But if you give me stuff on the T-Mobile Tuesday app, like a free medium pizza from Domino's, a free Subway sandwich and a drink, free tickets to seeing the movie Black Panther, which you guys should definitely see. And then, yeah, I mean, that puts everything else that I would have a problem with out of sight. And if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So is T-Mobile's gimmick, really about you as a consumer? Hell no. What they do is they do to line their pockets. It's all about money. Same with AT&T. AT&T wants to bundle because, they want you to save money. Hell no. They just want to make sure you're paying your bill on time. By bundling your TV service, your mobile phone service, and your internet service, you don't pay that bill. You don't just lose one thing. You lose all things of entertainment. So your internet gets cut off, your phone gets cut off, so you can't use your mobile data because your internet's off. You can't use the Wi-Fi. And then your TV is off, so you can't watch TV. So if you're bored as hell in your home, what are you going to do? Pay your bill. You pay your bundle bill, and all your services of enjoyment and entertainment get cut back on. There are reasons to all these things. It's clear in front of you if you take the time to think about it and really just kind of think, what's in it for you and what's in it for them? What do they get out of it? Sure, it looks great with AT&T. Bundle service. Why pay 3 different bills? Why pay a phone bill, an internet bill, and a TV bill? Put them all together, consolidate it, and you'll have only one bill to worry about. Sounds great, right? Hell, I'd go for it. But then there's the problem. What if you can't pay your bill? Well, if you had 3 separate bills, say you couldn't pay your internet bill, you still had your mobile phone to access Facebook and all the other stuff you'd love to do. Vice versa, if you couldn't pay your phone that month, then you had Wi-Fi. Then you could just connect your phone to Wi-Fi, get online, and do what you got to do. You don't pay your TV, Well, you got your phone that you can access and watch YouTube videos on the go, on mobile data, and at home on Wi-Fi. So you had ways around it. And you can let your bill go on unpaid for 2-3 months before it goes to collections. Now, if you bundle it all together with you don't pay that bill, you lose all your entertainment. And that's what benefits AT&T, is to know that you are going to pay your bill on time, no matter what. Verizon is snooty. They don't have to do a lot for their customers because of the Alltel acquisition, put them in the lead, gave them the stronghold and the market. Because not only did they just take over, Alltel's towers, equipment, and everything else, but they also got their customers. I mean, my dad was with Alltel. He loved Alltel. No problems at all. When Alltel's market, where my dad lived, basically got bought by Verizon, he got converted over to Verizon. So Verizon, after taking Alltel and getting all their customers along with their current customers they have, the market grew, their subscriber count grew dramatically. As a matter of fact, with the acquisition of Alltel's market, because they didn't fully get 100% of Alltel's market, but they got a huge chunk of it. I want to say 80% or more. That put their subscriber count higher than AT&T, which then made them the #1 company in the US based on subscriber count. Then, because they had those people, they had that revenue coming in, that gave them more money to invest in their company, to invest in their infrastructure, to invest in their network. And that's why they stay ahead of the game, is because they had that real big boost that just put them to the top. So did Verizon actually make it to the top because they were that good? No, they had help. AT&T was dominant for years. But like I said, with their bundle pack, AT&T basically. So everything is always about money. You really got to look at it. I mean, that's how I look at everything in life. Like when someone's like, I got a great deal for you. Okay, you got a great deal for me, but there's something in it for you. I can guarantee that. So anyhow, so I'm going to end this broadcast right now. I'll probably jump back on a live stream later on. So thanks for checking out this live broadcast. And for those who actually witnessed me fail that spicy noodle challenge. But still, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm fully healed from it. So leave your guys' thoughts and comments. If you guys watch the replay later on in the comment section of the video. And yeah, thanks. If you guys want, you guys can head over to the gaming channel too and subscribe there. I'll probably be live broadcasting gameplay later on today over there. So yeah, that's all that, guys. Thanks. I really appreciate it that you guys came in here. And again, before I end this, everyone who supported me for all this time, thank you guys so much for doing so. Because without you guys, this channel wouldn't be shit. So you guys make it what it is. And thanks for making it great. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.